Yo, 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 yo. What up, family? Let's get this thing started with control. You cannot control your life. You cannot control anything. Let's jam while the beat build, and we're going to get into a real conversation.
And you got to be able to control that because feelings ain't real. But feelings don't know that.
Love don't know the feeling of waiting to be loved. And pain don't wait on healing, cause pain keeps hurting love.
And time don't heal our wounds when the wounds don't show their scars.
Tear down these walls,
unbreak my heart.
See, right keeps fighting wrong. For the most part, wrong's too strong.
And when all logic is gone,
they can argue the whole day long.
And then pride got upset, and when it got mad, and when bad couldn't do it when it got sad.
Down in a hole,
you should let it all go.
Listen at this, y'all.
Control is something you will never have. Why not live life, love, learn, and laugh? Just smile, cause you can't say it's all bad. I need you to know you are not in control. You should let it all go. Let it all go.
You done brought the whole world into your life. Wake up every day and go online, and you don't care if you're wrong or right.
You still a kid, wanna tell your side.
You sure look cash in your Hellcat ride.
Wanna shake a little ass cause your ass look tight.
Wanna brag on the back but you really depressed.
But you'll never ever ever change their mind.
You the type to chase a rumor down and put that bitch in the head like a spinner story.
You the type of nigga to sit down on the couch with a bitch all day and watch more.
You the type of chick to show your pussy print and get mad when a nigga hit your inbox.
We the type of folks that'll brag on what we bought cause we can't control our thoughts. Control is something you will never have. So why not live life, love, learn, and laugh? Just smile, cause you can't say it's all bad. I need you to know you are not in control. You should let it all go. Let it all go. Love don't know the feeling of waiting to be loved. And pain don't wait on healing, cause pain keeps hurting love. And time don't heal our wounds
when the wounds don't show their scars.
Tear down these walls,
unbreak my heart.
What up, what up, what up, family? What's going on? That's Control by Me off the Crying and Cussing album. You know we had to get started with letting the beat build. Check this out. Tonight we got a good topic for you. We ain't doing no yelling, no screaming, no cussing. I want to start to really rationalize with my sisters and let them actually listen and ask me questions without feeling like I'm going to yell or fuss or feel like they're going to be embarrassed. Sometimes the sisters have a I'm being vulnerable when dealing with me because they think they're going to be embarrassed. So any sister that wants to chime in on this subject tonight, we're going to get right to it. I'm going to give you an opportunity. You can see the link over there. But today you can share this for me if you want to. I like that you like it and share this, please. Today we're going to get right into it. I made a post on Facebook today. I'm going to read it. It says, not being funny, but women aren't supposed to cook for men. Women are supposed to cook for their man. In the very same way, men aren't supposed to protect women. Men are supposed to protect their women. I know it seems harsh, but this is how life goes. Get you a woman to cook for you and don't expect random women to cook for you. Get you a man, don't expect random men to protect you. Now, what do you mean, Javon? What are you saying by that? What I'm saying is, people just don't protect random people. The same way women don't just cook for random men, men just don't protect random women. Now, I understand your family members, the people in your community, a village and all that, but we're talking real. We're talking real. We're trying to really, really get our sisters to understand that as men, it's a valiant and gallant effort to be a protector. I joke all the time. I said a woman may not want to make a man a sandwich, but a man will die for her if someone break in the house. Now, Javon, what I'm trying to simply say is this. Every woman needs a man that's her natural automatic protector. Same way every man needs a woman to be his wife to cook for him. Just using it for example. What I'm saying is this. And I know this is going to seem a little strange and it's going to hurt, but everyone is not worthy of protection and everyone is not worthy of cooking. I'm going to say it again. Everyone is not worthy of protection and everyone is not worthy of cooking. But let's say as men, we're going to protect all women. Let's just say we're going to protect all women at all times. I think our women need to understand one of the first keys to a protector protecting someone is advice, guidance, and leadership. What do you mean, Javon? What are you trying to say? You must listen to the person who's responsible and in charge of protecting you. Now, I'm going to go down the list before I bring the women in because I want the women to really understand where I'm coming from. And I want the women to really understand some rational logic talk from a man. Because sometime lately, our men and our women, we kind of in this back and forth on social media, and we really don't get an opportunity to really just listen to each other. It's like we're trying to go against each other and disagree. Now, I want to give 4 examples of protection that men have to rely on each other for protection. Some crude, rudimentary examples, but I'm sure you'll understand them. Imagine you going to a new city, New York, LA, a new country, and you touch down and the men of that area tell you, listen, there are some things about this area and this city that you need to know in order to stay safe, in order to be protected. We're your tour guides, but we need you to do this, this, this. Don't do this, this, and that, and make sure you follow these rules so that we can adequately protect you. Now, men know where we need to listen in order to be protected. Men just know this. Men don't say, well, why can't I do what I want to do and you still protect me? Our sisters sometimes will want to do what they want to do, go how they want to go, talk how they want to talk, dress how they want to dress, and still want to elicit that protection. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Men know we need to listen. That's the first order of protection. Avoiding danger. Don't go here. Don't go there. Don't fuck with them people. Don't go here. You remember when we was kids and our mamas told us don't go here? She was trying to protect us. I think y'all think protection mean somebody running their mouth or somebody fighting or somebody getting raped or getting grabbed or getting snatched up. The first order of protection our mother told us, don't go to Fayetteville Street. Don't go to Lawson Street. Don't go to Austin Ave. That's the first orders of protection. And our mama said, if you get caught up there, it may not be nothing I can do for you. Because our mother won't go endanger herself and the other kids to come get us. I remember when I first got to college, our coaches told us where not to go, what women not to deal with. But what do? Go right over there. And I got robbed. Got robbed for my little jewelry, got robbed for my little weed, got robbed for my little drink. Going in the wrong place after coaches and other players had told us not to go over there. But what? The woman was beautiful. She was a little older than me, and I wanted her that bad. Knowing where not to go. That's the first thing men listen to. Dog, don't go over there. Them niggas robbing. Don't go over there. Them niggas killing. Don't go over there. Them niggas stealing. Don't go over there. Let me stop sharing this screen right now so I can get a zoom in on me. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Those cats are robbing and stealing. And if you go over there and if something happened to you, they can't protect you. Don't talk to these folks. Men, listen. Man, don't talk to them folks. Them folks is the police. Them folks is doing this. Them folks is trying to get you. Them folks are the type of people that'll do this. Them folks will set you up. Don't talk to them folks. Don't tell them folks your business. Them folks will set you up. Them folks will tell the police on you. Don't talk to them folks. Them folks are watching you. Don't wear your nice jewelry in that area, man. Don't go over there dressed up, man. Don't go over there dressed up. If you go over there dressed up, they robbing anybody. Don't drive your nice car over there. Don't drive your car with your rims on it over there. They tell us, and men listen. We don't say, well, why can't I drive my car with my rims and my jewelry and the whole neighborhood should just do right? Our sisters say stuff like that sometimes. Our sisters say stuff like, when we advise them on how to dress and carry themselves in certain places or certain areas, or just not wearing certain things, they say, well, why can't men not be rapists? Why can't men not be kidnappers? Instead of telling women how to dress, y'all need to go out here and find all the rapists and have them volunteer. Excuse me. All the perverts, rapists, Jeffrey Dahmer, bad people. This is what we want y'all to do. Our sisters want to dress a certain way. Our sisters want to dress a certain way. And we know you guys shouldn't be murderers, rapists, and perverts. But guess what? We want y'all to come in and we're going to give y'all sensitivity training so that when y'all see a woman ass showing or her body showing, y'all don't attack her, okay? That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We as men, when they tell us, man, don't wear no jewelry over there. Don't wear no jewelry over there. We trust them. I've been to different countries and the tour guides or the brothers say, keep your money in your socks. Keep your passport in the room. Have your license ID in your pocket. Put your money in your socks. Keep a couple of little baby change on you in your pocket. That way, if they rob you or they try to get you, you say, hey, all I got. And they say, run your pockets. You go in your pockets. You give them the little carry around change. You got your real money, your credit cards, and your stuff in your socks. I done traveled the world. Not a lot. I've been in 9 countries. But I'm always going to the places that you really shouldn't be going. But I listen to the people I'm with. So it's a situation where men listen. Keep your money in your sock. We trust their judgment if they know people. Now, let me flip this. Go down the list. Don't go here. We can tell our sisters a lot of times don't go certain places and don't deal with certain people. A lot of times they don't listen. Don't talk to these folks. I know this guy. That type of nigga, he the type of nigga that'll beat a chick. I can look at him. I can look in his eyes and tell he jealous-hearted. But because same way I wanted to go see that other woman in that older neighborhood, we don't listen. Don't wear this. Don't wear this. Don't carry cash. Don't be walking to your car late by yourself. Don't do that. You got to listen to somebody who wants to protect you, because the first line of protection is keeping you from doing ignorant things. Every time me and my wife then got stopped by a cop, I said, you know the rules. Sit there, be quiet. Let him talk to me. If he asks you a question, you answer. Don't volunteer no answers. Why? Because I need to handle this situation. We have to understand men listen. Prison. You think guys go to prison? They don't need protection. They get with their own people. The black guys separate. They get with these people and they tell them, don't go over here. Don't go over here. They listen. How you think somebody survived prison? They're protecting each other in there, but they are not breaking the rules that they've set for each other. They are not breaking the rules. You cannot survive if you don't follow the rules in prison. We ain't even got to get into that. We ain't even got to get into deep in that. A quarterback, a running back in football, their job is to run the ball, throw the ball. They got protection packages. If they are out of position, if they bootlegging left and they rolling right, he's not protected. He has to listen. Not only he has to listen, he has to know the protection packages. He has to know the escape routes. He has to know what to do in certain situations. The military. Cover me, Skip. They rely on each other to protect each other. You go high, I go low. You go left, I go right. Now I don't want to go left. But those be split-second decisions. They rely on their sergeant, their platoon leader, whoever to protect them. Before they even go to fight in basic training, they learn. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is how we protect each other. Y'all seen the movie 300? On your flank. With the shields, they protect each other. There are rules to protection. before anything happens. I want to go to my Facebook page because I want to share and I want to talk about some of the comments I got from my sisters today, and I want to address some of them in the simplest way possible. I'm going to just address some of these comments in the simplest way possible. Again, I said, not being funny, but women are supposed to cook for men. I'm sorry. Not being funny. Women are not supposed to cook for men. Women are supposed to cook for their men. In the very same way, men are not supposed to protect women. Men are supposed to protect their women. I know it seems harsh, but it's kind of how life goes. Get you a woman to cook for you and don't expect random women to cook for you. Get you a man. Don't expect random men to protect you. Some of the comments, Zoe Sarabo, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I think that's Cap. This makes no sense, Javon. Which cultural understanding is this brilliant theory come from? Men have a responsibility to protect the community. Family women provide for meals for the community. So if your sister female is being attacked, she must sit and wait for someone who is a family member to protect her. You see, that's a fallacy. I won't even address that. I won't even address that. Because if someone is being attacked, anybody in that area who chooses or chooses not to protect is up to them. I won't address that. There are situations where I intervene and there's situations where I won't intervene. But why would I sit here and try to think of every situation I would and would not intervene in? It's up to every man's discretion. I will always protect my woman and any woman. I will always protect children and any child. That's what Jizzle Stark says. As the young folks say, it's Cap. We're going to go ahead and do our first one of these because we haven't done them. We're going to do our first nation. Ooh. Right here on the live. This is our first nation. Oh, that thing felt good. That was my first live block nation. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's get him out of here. What I want to do is discuss why do we think that avenging someone or revenging someone is protection. I don't think we realize when something has already happened to you and you want want to avenge you or revenge you, that's not protection. A lot of times when I was a little boy, I would go get beat up and run out in the streets and, run my mouth and get beat up. I had two older brothers. And then once I get my ass kicked, I'll go get them and they wouldn't come. And I always wondered why they wouldn't help me. And they said, we ain't fighting your fights. We ain't avenging you. We ain't revenging you. If we on the basketball court and some kids jump you or a fight break out, we got you. We gonna protect you. But we're not going to risk getting in trouble to avenge you. If my little sisters, I have two little sisters and they're twins, and I have one sister. I have three little sisters. I tell them all the time, if you and your boyfriend get in a fight, call the police. I can't get down there. I'm an hour away. Call the police. A lot of times sisters don't call the police because they not sure if they want the relationship to be totally over, but call the police. What can I do to avenge you? I'm going to come and crash out because you and your boyfriend got to fighting. So the next day, they call that premeditated. You call me, I hop in my car, drive an hour and a half to come fight him or do something to him. That's premeditated. That's premeditated murder, premeditated assault, whatever happens. We want people to revenge or avenge us. Protection goes with you, nothing happening to you. I never forget one time me and my wife was out at a movie theater. And it was the last time I went to the movies. And I always fell asleep in the movies. But it was the first Transformers. And we were in there, and there was some young bucks sitting behind us, and they were just talking and talking and talking and talking. And my wife kept, I said, hey, be quiet. You don't know these boys. I said, you done been places where folks done been loud before. So don't act like you ain't never heard people talking in movies. You've been the one talking, so just chill. So as time went on, she chilled, but you know, I call it the can't help it disease. After a while, she just turned around and said, "Ugh." And one of them was like, man, fuck that bitch. Now I got a decision to make. She looking at me. Now I don't know if she looking at me because she's shocked because he said, fuck that bitch, or if she know I'm upset that she did that and he had to say fuck that bitch, or if she want me to go up there and kick the nigga ass. So my thing is, when he said, man, fuck that bitch, I said, we good, family. We about to get out of here. I said, come on, baby, let's go. And when we stood up to leave, I know as a man right now in this movie theater, they don't have metal detectors at the movie theater. And I don't want to kill no child in no movie theater. I knew at that time the best way to protect both of us was to get the fuck up out of there. My bad, man. She good. We're going to get up out of here, man. Even going as far as saying, my bad. Like, my bad, bro. My bitch shouldn't have been speaking out of turn to a group of young gangbangers that she can't beat up. My bad. She good, bro. We going to get out of here. One of them said, yo, ho. Hey, that's you, Grub. I said, yeah. He said, nah, you good. Sit down, fam. He said, that's Grub, man. He said, ain't nobody gonna fuck with Grub. And dudes was like, okay, you know him? He said, yeah, that's my nigga. And he just bought food from me. So I was able to receive that protection from them right there. And then the brother came down and apologized, got us some popcorn, milk duds, and everything. So it's a situation where protection ain't always fighting. Protection ain't always yelling and screaming. Sometimes protection is, hey, let's get out of here. But the first line of protection was me telling her, hey, don't do that. She didn't listen. She could have got both of us in a real bad situation. Now, what if I'd have said, let's get out of here, and she would have been like, nah, we ain't got to leave. We paid our money. I'm going to open the lines up for anybody that want to come in and speak on this. I just wanted to speak on this from a standpoint of logic for my sisters without a debate. And I want them to speak, but I wanted to express it first so they can understand. You know, the first line of protection is a man understanding his role in your life. You can't expect a man to protect you if you don't give him a role in your life. You just can't expect that. What role does this man have in your life? If he's not worthy of listening to him in a situation about protection, why is he even in your life? What role does this man have in your life that he can't tell you you shouldn't dress like that going this place, or you shouldn't go this place at this time? What role is this man playing in your life if he's trying to advise you on something that he thinks is protecting you? What role is he playing in your life if you won't listen to him? Let me see. Can I scroll back down to that post real quick? I want to see some of the sisters come, because some of the sisters were saying some amazing things, and I get their logic. But it's their logic. And their logic is I feel logic. Their logic is not real logic. Oh, that's a bar right there. Their logic is I feel logic. Their logic is not real logic. Let me check these comments out. Check these comments out. All right. We had one brother. He said something that made sense. But this is what I call smart social media talk. When I say social media talk, I mean saying the right thing that seemed like it should go right and go over right, but it's simply smart. So check this out. This one brother says, not from my experience when I was in Georgia, my aunt cooked for everyone. The women cooked for everyone. We all ate. There seems to be a softening of responsibility and expectations. Men protect their communities, which include women and kids. I responded, that's your aunt in your community. I just said random. Someone said, you missed the context, and he's not saying he wouldn't help a whole old lady in his presence. You went to extreme to make a point. Then this person says, I couldn't see you not intervening if you saw one randomly old lady getting beat up by some guy. I'm trying to figure out, let's see, one sister said, was one sister that had said something amazing, and I was like, wow. This sister has some, she says, that is why random women will protect random women. Not to be confused us with walking in masculinity, because compassion will make you strike out at levels when you don't have to. Men are not wired with this type of widespread compassion. Man, that's sister. Now think about this. This is why random women will protect random women. How? Screaming, yelling. It sounds good. We're motherly and we're compassionate. We'll protect women. How? How? I use my mind and I assess every situation. Depending on the neighborhood I am, depending on how he's dressed, depending on how she's dressed, depending on how everybody look, depending on the time of day it is, depending on if I got my pistol with me. So as far as when to respond and react, that's arbitrary. That's arbitrary. Someone says, I learned early on after my daddy passed that as a girl, you got to always listen and be alert and aware. I also notice it's safe to be quiet when a woman, that's, This is a situation where I believe I've logically explained this situation as best I can. If anybody want to come in, just click on the link, speak up. Otherwise, I'm going to play a jam and get out of here. Show. You can come in right there. You can click that link. You can come in right there. I just wanted to get this message out. I'm going to start doing some things just simple. And I want my sisters to be able to come in and rap with me, because there's a lot of questions I know they have. And this is just going to be calm old Javon. Ask Javon. We'll do this. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but when I do it, it's going to be at 8 o'clock. But I just wanted to say that. I wanted to get that out here. Some of this, I'm going to chop some snippets up for my YouTube shorts. I'm going to start growing my page. But yeah, if there's anybody that want to come in and comment on this situation or speak with me on this situation, like I said, the doors of the church are open. In the meantime, in between time, as we wait on somebody to come in, we're going to play Love is War. It's the next video off the album. I just shot this video, me and my wife, yesterday, and I think it's a dope video, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it. Remember, y'all go check that album out. This is the next video premiering this week, Love is War.
Oh, baby, 1 + 1 is 2. But you and me are forever. When I'm hunting in the streets trying to eat, best believe we gon' eat together. We got a thing that I can't explain, and sometimes we don't understand. But it's easy as 1, 2, 3. That's the battle of a woman and man. Love is war. Keep on breaking your heart, and you keep killing my car. I can't see us apart. We can't stop fucking. While we fuss and fight, you put me out the
Mel
house
America, what up, fam?
Pound for pound, pretty little thing, we go round for round. But you keep calling the cops. But I want you, and you keep bailing me out. Baby, I know. They got the keys to the safe in the house in your name, and the car no pay, but you still complain. 'Cause I'm out all night and I sleep all day, and when the weekend come, I gotta taste it.
Hi, Mr. Clark.
Born C Bamcock. What's the deal? What you got for us tonight?
What's the deal? Oh my God, I was so excited to catch this live. I had just got home and I was chilling and I was gonna do some things and I was on social media because I just got out of jail today and I was gonna go on social media and act up. And I was like, and I seen them and I seen you post. I'm like, yep, this guy telling me to sit my ass down. Let me go and watch this live. And you played my favorite song off your CD. Oh my God, I love that song.
Which one is that?
I love Is War.
Okay, okay. Well, look, we're gonna have to have you talk about that in a second. But while we got you on, the topic for tonight,
Oh my God, the topic so tonight was like that used to be me. Like I was like the loudmouth, disrespectful, like, and I didn't understand it. And it's crazy because I came from a family of protectors of me, like men are protectors of women, and I think I kind of what happened with me is like I knew that. I knew that I had the men in my life were protectors, but I didn't know what I know now was like I was actually putting those men's lives in danger. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Instead of getting, instead of being acting appropriate, it's like I use it as I weaponized it to a certain degree. And as I got older and I started to see things and see things in a different light just by living my life and doing things, it's like, dang, you need to take a chill pill. Like learn how to the armed forces actually taught me how to like calm down and like be aware and be aware of my perspective, when to talk, how to talk, why to talk, who to talk to. So I instill that in my children. I instill that in my sons of what type of women they shouldn't and should not be able to deal with. And like now, I am that when I go out with my friends and my girlfriends, I am the aggressor. Like, hey, take a chill pill. Ain't
Chill
nobody
out.
on that.
So
I
let
ain't
me ask
nobody
you
got
something.
time for that. You
Let
know
me
what I'm
ask you
saying?
something.
Like,
If you don't mind, you ain't got to get too personal. Can you think of a situation where you kind of got out of line and it was a man's job to protect you and it kind of went left? Not nobody got hurt, but just a
yeah,
situation.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in Aldi's. And
Go
this was
ahead.
the time in my life I was like, oh, probably like 29, 28. I was early 20s. I was in Aldi's with my husband. And I used to always like loud talk him and everything. And we was in Aldi's and I had the cart. And he was like, stop talking to me like that. I'm like, ah, shut the hell up, ooh, I bet. And I'm driving a cart and I made a mistake and hit the man back of the feet and he was turned around and he was like, bitch, watch where you going. And I looked at my husband and he was like, you big and bad. And my heart dropped. And from that day on, I never ever loud talk my husband ever again. That was the straw that broke the camel's back because I was like, basically, I just cussed this man out like a dog. Now I expect for him to protect me. Stupid of me.
Man, we need to cut that, clip that, and put that on every social media site right there. That was a real honest situation, and it happened instantly. Like I was saying, we have to understand that when we as men and women, there are situations where we just have to know when to chill. And somebody got to lead. When women out in a group, like you said, when you out with your friends, you the one to be like, yo, let's chill. Let's not be going rah, rah, rah. Let's not be going ham. Is there anything else you want to say as far as why do you feel, the question I have for you, in certain situations, why do you feel that sometimes our sisters will say things like we need to go get all the bad people and make them do right instead of just saying, hey, maybe the way I carry myself in certain places and dress in certain areas is not conducive to my safety?
Because okay, so I want to be very careful how I word this. So I'm just gonna speak from my experience with women and dealing with women, and I mentor young ladies, and we just think that the world should sit on our shoulders because we always say, oh, we're the givers of life. It's us, our babies, my babies. No, we're not. It's like a joint thing. And we sometimes fail to realize that without the other, there is no us. And we think we can do anything and say anything and wear anything and not have any repercussions or consequences because now we so called free. But
Mm,
all of a sudden, We free when it's convenient for us, but when we need you for something, we ain't free no more. Now we got an excuse as to why you should do it.
I know I
That's
was
like
talking.
saying, I'm not gonna go to the gym because everybody in the gym is fat. So when you gonna get your life together? Because everybody in the gym gonna be fat for a long ass time.
Yeah. I know I was talking to a sister one time and I was telling her, she was like, why do you think the police always messing with my child and the principal and the school teachers always messing with them? I said, well, your child, I'm a tall man. I always been tall. I said, your child is a little taller for his age. He got fake gold teeth in his mouth. He got fake diamond earrings. They look big. He got on fresh sneakers, his pants sagging. He got on a Gucci belt. I said, when the cops see him, a cop don't think a 12-year-old would have all that. A cop is thinking $200 tennis, gold chain. He don't know it's fake. Diamond earrings, part gold teeth. This must be a drug dealer. So I was trying to tell her the way she allows him to dress is causing him to be profiled. And she just said, nobody better not profile my damn child. Somebody profile my child gonna be hell to pay. And it was like, I was just like, sometime with our sisters, I'd be like, if they can give a snapback answer, they good. It's like, hold on, did you just hear what I just told you? The cops think he's a grown man by what he has on. And I know that's not fair. But just as
But
long as he can
you
snap
gotta
back.
we don't think it's fair, and it's like it's not fair. But we in our minds think that the world revolves around and sits on us. And I'm just talking about women in general. We just think we hold this higher power of some kind because we got coochies and we can bear children. And that you think I'm lying. Like if you listen to a lot of women, that's their like main logic, like we are the givers of life. No, you're not. But at the end of the day, we seem to forget we do live in a world of stereotypical polices. We do live in a world where a segregated world. So why would you even suscept yourself to that or try to bring harm? That's another form of listening and paying attention to your life. Why would you put your children in harm's way when you see on the TV every day this is who they're targeting? So if this is who they're targeting, why would you put your child in harm's way and have him get targeted too, just to say to the people, "I told you so"? But
You
now your
just said
child dead.
you said a mouthful. Last week I spoke on this sister out of Chicago named Mama Duck. She had 10 children, 5 of them dead to gang violence. And she still live in Chicago. And we talking about protecting. And I was talking to a sister and I was like, you just live in this bad neighborhood. You live here and you go to the store and back. You don't have to roam these streets and play in this neighborhood like your children do.
Mhm.
You don't have to ride the city bus and do the things that your children have to do in this neighborhood. So one of the first forms of protection is just having your kids somewhere safe. And I think sometimes we don't look at stuff like that. And I was just like, everybody's has all this sympathy for this lady. Like, oh my God, she had 10 children and she lost 5 of them to gun violence. And I'm like, yo, lady, you're not protecting your children. Y'all got to
That,
move.
that's because women problem is we don't correct each other when we're wrong. I've lost a lot of friends for correcting them. Like, bitch, you a deadbeat mom. And I know you don't like it, but it is what it is. Just because you bought your children some Jordans and all this Gucci and stuff, that does not qualify you to be a mother. You in the streets with your kids, you gang banging, you don't care about their schooling, you not helping them do nothing. The only thing you did was give them the bare minimum shelter over their head, maybe some clothes because you wanted to put up a certain betrayal in the neighborhood. But other than that, you don't that doesn't qualify you to be a parent. And we'll say, girl, you doing your best. And you had 20 kids by 20 different men. Ain't not a one person out of the group said, ain't your coochie tired? Because she don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't have friends because I'm hurting feelings. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't
see
want
you
no
brutal
friend
on
that's
your
not gonna
page.
hurt my feelings. Tell me. If you can't tell me what's wrong with me, I don't want you in my circle.
You're kind of brutal on your page. I call you the one-liner queen. Like you say some one lines that's like straight to the point, like daggers. and they're comical, but they're so true. They're just like things that you can't get around. It's like comical, but they're daggers, and it's almost like I realize when I've dealt with a lot of my sisters, and I'm not having a sister talk down. I'm just saying, as I talk to my sisters, I want to have a logical conversation with them. I realize sometimes you have to do what you do. You have to joke something that's real for them to laugh at it. You know what I mean? It's like you can't say certain things just plain, but you could joke it. Girl, you know you better go wash your ass, funk ass, and then she'll kind of ha 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 laugh it off, and then she'll go get her shit together. It's like I
Yes.
realize
Yes.
that's something we have to do. Like I've had to been in situations with my friends, homegirls in college we were going out with, and they might want to leave, and I'm kind of like, yo, I'm a football player, and we came together, like we rode with y'all. I know y'all got some guys and y'all want to leave, but I'd be like, hey man, y'all ought to come back to the dorm, and it looked like I'm
Mhm.
cock blocking. You know what I'm saying? And if I every time I've said it like, yeah, this ain't safe. Y'all don't need to do that. They get an attitude. But when I say I'm cock blocking tonight, y'all, I'm slapping all dicks out of your face. Let's go. They laugh it off, ha 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 ha, and get right on in the damn car.
Because we're weak. Women know when they're being corrected. They get upset because of your tone, your delivery, as if they feel like, oh, it's nothing wrong with what you said. I just felt like your delivery could have been better. Bitch, did you get the message? That's all that matters.
Let me
Ain't
read this
nobody got time
comment
for that.
from the total woman. It's a real dope comment. It's a shame that women act like men should protect them, but women don't nurture random children who need them. We do not intercede when we see kids beefing. It's funny that she said that because like I said, people don't just go out cooking and cleaning and doing stuff for random people. People protect people in their community, people protect people in their circle. The total woman, that was my wife. I had told a story, Chris, earlier about when we was in the movie theater and when you was kind of popping your lip at the guys up there. My wife, if she could come on, she's told this story before. My wife was actually a victim of rape. And the link is up there. I don't know if you could see it. Let me tag the link. If I don't see her come on, I know she don't mind me speaking on it because she's spoken on it several times. I'm gonna put that link up if she want to come in, and you just stay right here when y'all can rap. If Chris, if you can tune in, if you see that link, you can click in, tune in. But my wife was actually a victim of rape, and when she first told me, and she told me her story, I was kind of like, oh shit, I can't deal with no woman that's been raped before. Like that's too much trauma. You know what I'm saying? But the way she told her story, it was just like so much accountability, and a lot of people would be like, girl, you putting the blame on yourself. But she was just like, I used to be a poet, and I used to go to a lot of poetry competitions and poetry slams. And she used to do spoken word poems, and she used to dress very sexy. My wife, still got abs, nice body now, but back in the day, 1920, she was blood raw. So she would do these poems, and I heard some of the poems, and I seen the videotape. She been on Def Poetry Jam. I seen the tape, and I was like, yo, these poems are dope, but them things is nasty, and you know what I'm saying? That's
See,
nasty.
but like it's crazy because I'm glad to say that like I was a victim of rape. I got raped by three men, and to this day I never told my parents, um, because in some type of way I people well I felt kind of I put myself in that position. I put myself in that position to get raped, regardless if I feel like they shouldn't have did it, whatever. I put
Now they
myself in
should
that
have did it.
position. So I did not say anything to anyone. And to this day, I never told anyone. And because I knew I put myself in that position, and I completely wiped that shit out of my brain. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm different. I wiped it out of my brain. If I seen them right now on the street, I wouldn't know what they look like.
You
Cause
know that's
I said I'm not gonna let that just ruin the rest of my life. I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't a virgin, so that it didn't affect me like that.
we're gonna give you a hand clap for that because I want this show to be a place for women. I always call myself the woman whisperer. I wanted to be a place for women where they can speak openly and freely and just get real advice from a brother without feeling judged. That's funny that you said that, because I always used to say when I was a little boy, I got molested, but I know I was the kid that was like raising his hand, like molest me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I always say, and I would say in Bears and Bubbles, predators know who to prey on.
Yep.
It's like they know who won't tell. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The little kid that's not, and people always take this the wrong way. Like I said, a predator that prey on a child or a rapist that prey on a woman is a bad person and need to be fucked up. We got that. We understand that. But they don't go after every child. I was that little boy looking at women's legs, touching their stockings, saying little slick stuff like, you got a lot of hair on your legs. You got a lot of hair under your arms. It was like in my childish mind, I was hollering. It was my sneakingly way of letting women know I'm looking at you. And they would most of them, all of them, besides the one that did this shit, boy, shut your damn mouth up. Get your ass on. This boy fast, Cloud May Mary. This boy fast. Or they used to say mannish.
Yep, the word mannish.
And they used to call girls forward. So once you get labeled mannish as a little boy, all the women know if I want to molest somebody, that's the mannish one. He ain't gonna tell. He ain't gonna say nothing. They know who to get a candy to. They know who to get a candy to. So I say
The world could never. It's sad, but the world can never fathom that a woman can be a molester. We are the biggest molesters because we don't get caught. We don't get shined for it. We don't go to
we ain't
jail
gonna
for it.
tell. Chris, I kind of
Chris.
somewhat told your story, but these two sisters up here that spoke up about being raped and what part that they felt, and we're not saying they made themselves get raped, but speak on that subject if you want to. Let me unmute your mic, Chris.
Extra window open. Can you repeat that, please?
I said we speak on Cece just said she got raped by 3 men, and she was saying that she didn't make herself get raped, and she know it was bad, but she said she put herself in a position to get raped. And then once you speak, I don't know how much she want to go into that or not, but I think it's good situation, and it's not an accountability discussion. It's about women saying, hey, we know we put ourselves in some bad positions, and I'm pretty sure somebody had spoken to them about that situation before. But go ahead, Chris.
Okay, so wait, my phone is going dead. First, that's the first time I ever heard anybody take times I say that people try to stop me and say, don't say that, don't say that. I'm not gonna say I feel like I deserved it, but understand the vibration. I sure pulled it my way. I mean, I got dressed every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to go perform at clubs where I said, I'm gonna make a motherfucker go crazy. And I put on the smallest shit I could to assure that process. When I was on stage, I looked at people in their eyes, and my way I tried to seduce, and I got drinks for it and walked away, and I had props of boxes in my hand like, is it yours? Like, everything about it was sex driven, and so I got it back. So I feel like it wasn't random, because everything about me was saying, come get this pussy from me, basically. And I mean, that's just the truth about it.
And you say he knew your job and knew your place.
Yeah, he knew. When he had me captive, I mean, like, if we arrived past somewhere where I was, he'll be like, where I would normally be, he would ask me like, with this, where you work at? And then he'll look at me. He'll ask me, he'll drive past like where I hang out at, and then be like, you ever been here before? He knew that was my baby father at the time. He knew that I was home by myself. that he wasn't there, because my brother was there, so he knew I wasn't there, that he wasn't there. But that whole day, I was sitting outside on the car, probably talking to some other niggas on the telephone, like just really doing me. And I think he just watched the way he asked me the questions, he watched the whole total day.
And you got snatched up at what time going into your house?
Oh, about 2:00 in the morning, because I had just left out to go hang out with a dude, and he didn't answer the phone
So let
while
me
I
ask
was
you
out.
this. Had anybody, man or mother or anybody ever told you a woman don't need to be coming home from the club at 2 and 3 in the morning? Had you ever been told that?
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
And how many times had you disobeyed that, or as far as just looking at it like, fucking ain't nothing gonna happen to me?
I mean, a lot. Even times that I've had a one night stand, hoping you make it out alive, but just want to do some risky shit, some fun shit, some reckless shit, like just on purpose. It's the weekend.
So
So
CC, uh, anything you want to add to that? I mean, y'all can rap because I'm just a dude just seeing two women that I think women need to see this. A lot of women in college, when I was in college, they did a study. It was like 25 to 30% of girls get sexually assaulted in college and don't say nothing because they embarrassed about it. Stuff like drinking games. I'd have been a part of drinking games where girls would come, and I always been a protector, you know what I'm saying? But I done been a part of games where girls would come over the room, or we would be at our apartment, and we got 151 and we playing spades for shots, and I would be like telling the girls like, nah, y'all don't need to play, and they like, we want to play cards with the boys, and I'm like, yeah, but I know some of these guys in here. I ain't saying they gonna do nothing or what. I ain't never seen them do nothing, but I'm like, girls passed out around football players. You know what I'm saying? When you young, you ain't looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would always be the one that even the girls would call me cock blocking. I would just always say I'm cock blocking tonight. You know what I'm saying? I just was the type of guy that was always like, I wasn't going to let nothing go on around me. Not because I was so much of a good guy. I was just like, I won't fucking get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to some girl, and there's 4-5 guys in the room. My uncles and them had always told us, don't be running trains on girls, shit like that, where somebody can get in trouble. So that's how you protect yourself. I'm pretty sure, Kanye West, Kobe, a lot of guys, they told them, don't be there fucking with them white girls. And you know what I'm saying? So I just know for a fact that me being a black man, never been to jail, no criminal record, I was always protected by the people around me, but I listened at what the fuck they said. Don't go there. Don't do this. Don't fuck with these people. So, CC, what you want to say about this at this point?
Well, the biggest lesson that I had to learn in the whole situation of any challenge that I've ever had with a man that was always uncomfortable, I've always had to sit back and reevaluate what role did I play in that uncomfortability. Because I don't care who it is. You got some creeps out here, but the average man know who they can shoot shots at and what certain things. And most of the time when you get unwanted advertisement or one unwanted confrontation, 9 out of 10 we invited that confrontation. But we don't have no accountability. We think that we should be able to just do what we want to do and just sit there and be like, yep, that's just like me with my TikToks. I know what I'm doing every single day. I know I put myself in harm's way. I've had plenty of people walk up on me and be like, I know you woo up the vein. And if they say something inappropriate to me, how can I get offended? Because I know. You know what I'm saying? Now my brain doesn't go into like F you mode. My brain goes into protection mode. Like I'm looking for exits. I'm not looking to start fights.
And I'll speak on the situation what you said with your TikToks. You know what I'm saying? You even now you got your cleavage out there. The breasts look nice, but it ain't bad. Black women got
dress
big
like
titties.
this every day.
No,
it's a habit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But and if you got big titties, you look like the lady I seen. What's the lady off the show? where the girl be acting like I forgot this is about the drug dealer. Anyway, even as a man looking at your TikToks are sexy. They're fun. They're more comedic than they are sexy, but you be sexy. So if you see somebody on the street and they say, "Hey, that's the yellow bitch with the titties from TikTok," you can't go into motherfucking, why would you say that mode?
Yeah.
You can't go into that mode. I remember my ex,
Yeah.
my ex, and even my wife now, they had a way of when guys holler at them, if they don't like them, they kind of turn them down in a way that'll make a crazy nigga want to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
I know. He been a snapped out like, dang, you could have been a little bit nice about it, bitch.
Yeah. And my ex used to do it so much. Like, I've always been the type to like to go out and dance, and I dance with other people. Even now, me and Chris dance with other people. And it's like I've been dancing near my wife on the floor, and somebody have said something to her while she's dancing, like trying to holler. And the way she damn shot him down, I was like, oh shit, let me make sure this motherfucker don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like my wife is the type of person that'll tell the person at the drive-thru, if my fries ain't hot, I'm gonna bring them back and tell the managers.
Why you gotta put your face like that? And my face
Oh, blame you, Chris. I would have took them back too. Take them cold ass fries back.
Look, let me tell you how I protect us. When she said that shit, I said pull off, because I was like, you're telling a person. Now there's a way to say, yes, and can I get some fresh French fries? I would like them hot. Instead of, I want my fries hot. And
stop putting your face like that. My face is not like that. That's
what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is,
but we don't see each other, Chris. We don't see our face. We making it. The other people in the cockpit, and we don't think we making them faces.
That's like you said about that white lady.
Straight from New York. Like, it's just
smiling don't make it no better. Like, I want my fries hotter. I'm gonna bring them back.
You know what? I have a story about that. So, I'm a chef. So my husband, like, I'm very critiquing. Like we go to a lot of expensive restaurants, and every time we go to the restaurant, he always say to me, "Please don't act up when you get in a restaurant," because I'd be like, if I had to pick up a salt and pepper shaker, and our bill is over $400, I'm about to act a fool. I need my money back. Like, I'm very strategic when I'm at 5-star restaurants, because I need y'all to come correct if y'all charging $200 just to walk through the door. He don't. So I understand, Chris.
No, I mean, and just coming. The thing is, I think what is still, and tying that to everything that we're talking about, I think the whole thing is that women want men to protect them, and we don't be thinking through what we're doing. We're just very impulsive, acting on how we feeling at that moment. Rather we think we smiling, or rather we mean mugging. And the reason why I am very honest about that now is because I had never been honest about nothing before I got with Javon. So I got a lot of years to be making up for. And however, I think that there's a lot of men that are mishandled because of this irrational process that women do of just wanting to do something and figuring it out later, or not even caring about later until you living in later and realize you could have simply thought about that in the beginning. And so as it relates to, my rape and stuff, the crazy part about it, I had years that I was scared after that and didn't stay out but so late, or made sure a homeboy took me home. Now, did I have to get fondled probably by the homeboy who was taking me home every night? Yeah, but I knew him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna try to take it. But what I'm saying is, I've been out the country and done slid off with somebody. I done still did more reckless shit after the fact of that. So there was no way I could still walk around and act so traumatized by the thing that should have, I guess, traumatized me, when I still was walking around being reckless because I only care about the fulfillment of my moment. And I think women have to be honest about that, so that we don't have spend a lot of time in random conversations pointing fingers at men when we don't do our part as women in our communities.
Well, CC, we're gonna have to get out of here. I want to stay on just an hour when I come on. We want you to talk about Love is War before I play it, because me and Chris shot a video for that
I can't wait to see it. I'm so
Saturday, and
excited for that.
it's gonna be dope. Tell us what you like about the song and why is it your favorite song?
Oh my God, "Love Is War" is my favorite song because it actually reminded me of my very first love, and that was my husband, like my kids' father. It was like that. It was like we was fighting all the time, but then in between the fucking fighting, the chilling kept coming. I'm slashing tires. I'm keying names in cars. I'm calling the police. He like, girl, come pick me up for the police station. I got my dumb ass at the police station emptying out our bank account because I couldn't control my impulses. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look back now and it's like, I went there. But hey, we
So
pick and
we
choose
go,
our traumas. We pick and choose our traumas.
and I
Just got to do better.
Yep.
tried to portray that in the video in a different type of way. I know if a woman is not kind of always not afraid of you or fearful, I would just say afraid of losing you. If she's not if she's afraid of losing you, there's always going to be this tug of war, like conquering the king. It's almost like I joke, I said, my whole life, women have always called me Clark or Sir or Mr. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a sarcastic way of showing me respect without showing me respect. Like if I say, hey, I don't like how you drive and pull over, let me drive. And they like, you think, okay, sir, okay, Mr. Clark, you can, and I know that's their way of like acquiescing, saying, all right. You know what I'm saying? So Love is War, that's kind of what that's about. But we gonna jam it for a sec. We gonna and then we gonna let you wrap it up, CC, before we get out of here.
Oh, baby, 1+1 is 2. But you and me are forever. When I'm hunting in these streets trying to eat, best believe we gon' eat together. We got a thing that I can't explain, and sometimes we don't understand. But as easy as 1, 2, 3, that's the battle of a woman and man. Love is war. Keep on breaking your heart, and you keep in my car. Can't see us apart. We can't stop fucking. While we fuss and fight, you put me out the house and I'm back that night. Pound for pound, pretty little thing, we go round for round. But you keep calling the cops. But I want you more. And you keep bailing me out. Baby, I know. They got the keys to the safe in the house in your name, and the car no pay, but you still complain. I'm out all night and I sleep all day, and when the weekend come, I gotta chase that day. You say you want more time, but when I'm at home, you can shop online. And when we out on the town, you can never seem to put the iPhone down. I keep on breaking your heart, and you keep getting my car. I can't see us apart. We can't stop fucking. While we fuss and fight, you put me out the house and I'm dying. Pound for pound, pretty little game, we go round for round. Why you gotta do it so wrong? Love is war. Standing right there waiting on me. Love is war. I keep on breaking your heart. And love is war. I can't see us up. Pound for pound. Can't stop fucking. You kick me out Saturday, and I'm back on Sunday. And then you kick me out again on Monday. Love is war.
Take us out, CC.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Mr. Clark, for all you do. Thank you guys. You guys are just wonderful. And I just want to say to all the ladies out there, I can only say one thing. I mean, listen to your man. I mean, if we want protection, we have to be able to receive protection, and that goes with our listening tunnels. That goes with rationality. That goes with learning how to keep your calm. That goes with listening. And hey, and if you don't want to listen to your man, that's okay. Be by yourself, you know. But don't expect
There
for, because
it
I
is.
tell my sons all the time, if you see somebody getting slapped up in the streets, you keep it walking. That's not your business.
Well, there it is. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you, Chris. We're gonna get out of here.
Peace out.
You already know what time it is.